Hey everyone, in the news this week, Manchester United's youngest ever player David Gaskell died at the age of 84, and certainly if their youngest player was 84 then it explains why they've been playing so badly this season. Prince Harry was in the money after his latest grift netted him 10 million quid off the newspaper The Sun, and honestly at this stage I wish someone would commission a TV show based on him where a former royal plays a role of a Del Boy Trotter or Arthur Daly character, always on the making up to something. But anyway, 10 million quid, that should at least keep Meghan going for a couple of weeks I guess. And Donald Trump got stuck into his first week back at work, highlights of which included renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, deporting hundreds of illegal migrants, and announcing plans to fully declassify the files on things like the Kennedy assassination. There's a clip doing the rounds where George W. Bush is seen smiling, presumably because Trump might have mentioned JFK, UFOs, and the Epstein Island in the past, but he never once talked about the 9/11 papers that are presumably locked up for decades to come. Personally, the secret I'd like to know is how Trump remains alive and seemingly in good form. He sleeps for only 4 to 5 hours per night. He has the most stressful job on the planet, gets shot at by assassins, drinks 10 Diet Cokes a day, and has a well-known inclination for fast food and not exercising. Similarly, in the past, his friend Elon Musk has posted about having steak and eggs for breakfast and not sleeping, although this week he was also in the news after supposedly making a Nazi salute, which frankly looked more like punching the air, if you ask me. Either way, it was reported on by the likes of CNN, so who really cares? Although now I think about it, in the 1960s, the US needed actual Nazis to win the race to the moon, so why would we expect getting to Mars would be any different? Perhaps next year he'll be releasing the Tesla Model SS, and people can talk about how he went from being the Henry Ford of our generation to becoming the Henry Ford of our generation. And finally, in other fake news, Kamala Harris has decided to now blame her election defeat on her husband, and of course absolving personal responsibilities, the classic playbook for Democrats. It's amusing because her complete inability to accept responsibility or accountability was one of the defining reasons she lost that last election, along of course with being a terrible candidate who was appointed by the party leaders rather than the electorate, albeit at least that side will keep losing as long as they avoid open primaries and keep putting up terrible candidates. Anyway, at this point I'll stop banging that dead horse, although a neighbour told me a joke where he asked if I knew what was worse than banging a dead horse, and apparently the answer is shooting a live cat. Anyway, I need to go now. I've got some science to put outside. I've not seen Mr. Tiddle since last Thursday. Anyway, I'll see you next week. If you like these, click subscribe.